Have you ever noticed how sharing everything with family can sometimes stir up more trouble than comfort? As we grow older, there's this pull to lay it all out: our thoughts, our plans, our past, thinking complete openness will bring us closer. But here's a gentle truth: not everything needs to be said. Holding back a little isn't about hiding. It's about protecting your peace and keeping your relationships steady. In this video, we're exploring 5 truths you might want to keep to yourself after 6, not to shut anyone out, but to nurture your independence, sidestep unnecessary stress, and honor your boundaries. Stick with us until the end, because these insights could shift how you connect with loved ones, bringing more calm and freedom to your golden years. Let's dive in. Now, let's start with the first truth: the full extent of your financial situation. Money is one of those topics that can bind a family together or unravel things in ways you never saw coming. As we get older, there's often a pull to open up about our finances, how much we've saved, what we plan to leave behind, or even the struggles we might be facing. It feels like sharing could bring clarity or prepare everyone for the future. But here's the gentle reality: being too open about your money can sometimes shift the way your family sees you, and not always for the better. Once those details are out, they can't be taken back, and they have a way of changing how people treat you. If your family knows you've got a comfortable nest egg, you might notice some relatives acting differently, maybe dropping hints about needing help, or quietly eyeing what they hope to inherit. On the flip side, if you share that times are tight, loved ones might start worrying too much, hovering over your choices or questioning how you're managing. Yes. Either way, money has a knack for reshaping relationships. You might find yourself fielding advice you didn't ask for, like where you should live or how you should spend. Worse, some might even start making decisions for you, thinking they're helping when they're really stepping on your independence. You've probably seen it happen. A friend shares too much, and suddenly they're being told what's best for them, all because they let those details slip. This doesn't mean you need to lock everything away. It's smart to have your plans in order, like working with a trusted financial advisor or sharing key details with someone handling your estate. But beyond that, holding back on the full picture, how much you've got, what you're spending, or what you're planning, gives you room to breathe. It's not about keeping secrets. It's about keeping control over your own path. By sharing only what's truly necessary, you protect your peace and keep your relationships rooted in love, not expectations. Your financial story is yours to manage, and that freedom is worth holding close. Let's move on to the second truth: those little health concerns that aren't urgent. As we get older, it's only natural to notice more aches and pains. Maybe your knees creak a bit more, or you're feeling a touch more tired some days. It's tempting to share every twinge with family, isn't it? After all, they love us, and we want them to know how we're doing. But here's the thing: talking about every minor health issue can sometimes create more worry than it's worth for them and for you. You might mention a stiff joint or a restless night, and suddenly your kids or grandkids are on high alert, urging you to see a doctor, change your diet, or try some new supplement they read about online. Their hearts are in the right place, but that concern can quickly feel like pressure. You've probably been there, casually mentioning a small discomfort, only to find yourself in a whirlwind of advice or debates about your health. Before you know it, someone's booking you an appointment or saying, "You really need to take better care of yourself," as if you haven't been looking after yourself for decades. It's not just about the fuss. There's a deeper impact. When you share every little health hiccup, family might start seeing you as frailer than you are. They could begin treating you differently, maybe hesitating to invite you on that family trip or suggesting you need extra help, all because you mentioned your back was acting up last week. Once that image settles in their minds, it's tough to shift. Of course, serious health matters are different. If something's impacting your daily life, or you need support, sharing with loved ones is important. But those smaller complaints, Keeping them to yourself isn't about hiding. It's about holding on to your autonomy. You've earned the right to manage your well-being without a chorus of worried voices chiming in. By choosing when to speak up, you protect your sense of strength and keep others from worrying needlessly. That quiet confidence is a gift you give yourself and those you love. Now, let's talk about the third truth, your true thoughts on family conflicts. Families are beautiful, messy, complicated things, aren't they? As we get older, we often find ourselves watching the same old arguments bubble up, siblings squabbling over who gets what, adult kids carrying grudges, or cousins who just can't seem to get along. After years of living, you've seen these patterns play out, and it's so tempting to step in, share your honest take, or try to set things straight. Maybe you think pointing out who's right or wrong will help clear the air, but more often than not, jumping into the fray just pulls you into the mess, and sometimes it even turns the heat on you. You might have been there before, trying to play peacemaker or offering a straight-up opinion, only to find both sides looking at you sideways. Or maybe you said something you thought was helpful, but it got taken the wrong way, and now there's a lingering chill. Family fights have a way of working themselves out or not, but your words, they stick. If you pick a side or say something sharp, even years later, people remember, and it can leave a quiet resentment. This is especially true when it comes to younger family members. Saying what you really think about a son-in-law's choices, a daughter's parenting, or a cousin's life path might feel honest in the moment, but those words can cut deep. What you meant as guidance might feel like judgment to them, and that sting can create distance that's hard to bridge. So, here's where wisdom comes in sometimes. The kindest thing you can do is hold your thoughts close. You don't have to pretend everything's perfect or ignore problems, but you also don't need to weigh in on every drama. Instead of diving in, try a gentle, "I hope it all works out," or "I trust you'll figure it out." Those words keep you connected without tying you to the conflict. It's not about staying silent to avoid trouble. It's about choosing peace for your family and for yourself. By keeping some opinions to yourself, you're free to love your family without getting caught in their storms. Let's move to the fourth truth, your regrets about the past. As the years roll by, it's only natural to look back and think about the roads we took or didn't. Maybe you wish you'd chased a different career, spent more time with your kids, or taken that chance to move somewhere new. Those quiet moments of reflection are part of being human, but sharing those regrets with family, that can stir up more than you might expect. You might think opening up about what you'd do differently is just being honest, a way to share your life's lessons. But to the people you love, those words can land in ways you never intended. Imagine saying you wish you'd worked less and been home more. To you, it's a wistful thought, but your kids might hear, "I wasn't there enough for you." Or maybe you mention a dream you let go of, like moving to a far-off city, and your family takes it as, "My life with you wasn't what I really wanted," even if that's not what you meant. Those words can weigh heavy, leaving your loved ones feeling guilty or like they were somehow a second choice. The same goes for talking about old loves or friendships that faded. You might just be reminiscing, but to your spouse or kids, it can sound like you're longing for a life that didn't include them. Suddenly, they're seeing you not as the strong, steady person they know, but as someone caught up in what-ifs. Keeping those regrets to yourself isn't about bottling up your feelings. It's about protecting the ones you love from carrying a burden they don't need. You can still reflect, learn, and grow from your past, but sharing those thoughts with family often doesn't change what's done. Instead, it can shift how they see you, or worse, make them feel like they weren't enough. Your life story is yours to hold, and choosing to keep some chapters private lets you move forward with grace. After all, the past can't be rewritten, but the love and connection you share today, that's what truly matters. Now, let's come to the fifth truth: your financial decisions and assets. Money can be such a tricky topic, can't it? As we age, it's tempting to share every detail with family: your savings, your investments, maybe what you've tucked away for the future, thinking it'll keep things clear and avoid misunderstandings. But more often than not, opening up like that invites complications. You might notice family members offering advice you didn't ask for, or worse, feeling entitled to weigh in on your choices. Some may mean well, suggesting you downsize or invest differently, but it can feel like they're trying to steer your life. And in tougher cases, you might see folks who weren't so close suddenly take a keen interest once they know what's in your bank account. I bet you've seen it happen. A friend shares their financial plans, only to find their kids questioning every move, or relatives hinting at what they expect down the line. It's not just about the pressure. It's about losing that sense of control. Once you share too much, you can't unshare it. Family might start seeing you as someone who needs their input, and before you know it, you're hearing things like, "Are you sure you should spend that? Or why not give some away?" Now, even if they're coming from a good place, those comments can chip away at your independence. This isn't to say you should hide everything. It's wise to have your estate plans in order and share what's necessary with trusted loved ones when the time feels right. But the details, how much you've saved, what you choose to spend on yourself, or that new investment you're excited about, those are yours to hold close. Keeping them private isn't secrecy. It's a way to live your life on your terms, free from unsolicited opinions or expectations. That's the kind of wisdom that brings real peace. As we wrap up, take a moment to think about these 5 truths we've shared today. Keeping some things close to your heart isn't about building walls or pushing family away. It's about cherishing your peace, your independence, and the love you share with those closest to you. Not everything needs to be said, and there's a quiet strength in knowing what to hold back. Reflect on your own life for a second. Have you ever shared something and later wished you'd kept it to yourself? Or maybe you've held back and felt the calm that comes with it. That's the wisdom of these years, learning what matters most. Aging brings such beautiful clarity. Your serenity, your freedom, and the warmth of your relationships are what truly count. Choosing what to share lets you live on your terms while keeping those connections strong and meaningful. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you've learned today, or how you might carry this wisdom forward. Your stories inspire us all. If this video touched you, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and share it with someone who might need these words. Thank you for being here with us, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.